Workers' compensation is required by law for several key reasons. Firstly, it protects employees by compensating them for work-related injuries or illnesses, regardless of fault. Secondly, it promotes safety by encouraging employers to maintain safe workplaces by penalizing noncompliance. Thirdly, it reduces employer liability, limiting legal expenses and financial burdens associated with employee injuries. Despite the legal requirement, obtaining workers' compensation coverage can be challenging due to several factors. These challenges include high-risk industries. Certain industries, such as construction and manufacturing, pose higher risks for workplace accidents, making it difficult to secure coverage. Small businesses also face challenges, as insurance companies may be reluctant to cover them due to their limited risk pool and potential for frequent claims. Unprofitable operations can be an obstacle because businesses with poor financial performance may face difficulty finding insurers willing to provide coverage. Pre-existing conditions can also hinder coverage, because some insurers may decline to cover employees with pre-existing conditions that could lead to future claims. For electrical contractors, also known as sparkies, several insurance options are available. Firstly, private insurers should be contacted to compare quotes. Be prepared to provide detailed information about your operations and safety measures. Secondly, consider joining industry associations that offer group workers' compensation coverage to their members. Thirdly, state funds exist, as some states have government-run workers' compensation programs that may provide coverage to small businesses. Fourthly, captive insurance is an option, where a self-funded insurance plan can be created with other businesses in the same industry to pool risks and reduce premiums. In addition to these options, consider these tips. Firstly, improve safety. Implement comprehensive safety protocols and training programs to reduce the likelihood of workplace accidents. Secondly, seek risk management consultation. Engage a risk management consultant to identify hazards and develop strategies to mitigate them. Finally, be persistent by contacting multiple insurance companies and exploring all available options. The goal of workers' compensation is to protect employees who are injured on the job. It is a system that provides medical benefits, lost wages, and rehabilitation services to employees who suffer work-related injuries or illnesses. It also protects employers from lawsuits by employees who are injured on the job. While workers' compensation is required by law in most states, it can be difficult for some businesses to obtain coverage. This is especially true for businesses in high-risk industries such as construction, manufacturing, and transportation. It can also be difficult for small businesses to obtain coverage, as they may not have the resources to meet the insurance company's requirements. There are a number of reasons why workers' compensation insurance is required by law. Firstly, it protects employees who are injured on the job. Without workers' compensation insurance, employees who are injured on the job may not be able to afford medical care or lost wages. This can lead to financial hardship for employees and their families. Secondly, workers' compensation insurance protects employers from lawsuits by employees who are injured on the job. Without workers' compensation insurance, employers could be sued by employees who are injured on the job. This could lead to significant financial losses for employers. Thirdly, workers' compensation insurance promotes safety in the workplace. By requiring employers to have workers' compensation insurance, states are encouraging employers to create safe workplaces. This is because employers who have workers' compensation insurance are more likely to invest in safety measures to prevent workplace injuries. There are a number of challenges that businesses face when trying to obtain workers' compensation insurance. Firstly, businesses in high-risk industries may have difficulty finding insurance companies that are willing to provide coverage. This is because insurance companies view these businesses as being more likely to have workplace injuries. Secondly, small businesses may have difficulty obtaining coverage because they may not have the resources to meet the insurance company's requirements. For example, insurance companies may require small businesses to have a certain number of employees or to have a certain amount of experience in the industry. Thirdly, businesses with a history of workplace injuries may have difficulty obtaining coverage. This is because insurance companies view these businesses as being more likely to have future workplace injuries. If you are a business owner who is having difficulty obtaining workers' compensation insurance, there are a number of things that you can do. Firstly, you can contact a number of different insurance companies to compare rates. Secondly, you can join an industry association that offers workers' compensation insurance to its members. Thirdly, you can contact your state's workers' compensation agency to see if they have any programs that can help you obtain coverage. Here are some additional details regarding the points mentioned previously. When contacting private insurers, be prepared to provide detailed information about your business. This includes the nature of your business, the number of employees you have, your safety record, and your claims history. The more information you can provide, the better chance you have of getting a quote that is competitive. Joining industry associations can be a great way to get access to group workers' compensation coverage. These associations often negotiate with insurance companies to get lower rates for their members. In addition, industry associations can provide you with valuable resources and support, such as safety training and risk management advice. Some states have government-run workers' compensation programs that may provide coverage to small businesses. These programs are often designed to help businesses that are having difficulty obtaining coverage from private insurers. If you are a small business owner, you should contact your state's workers' compensation agency to see if they have any programs that can help you. Captive insurance is a type of self-funded insurance plan that allows businesses to pool their risks and reduce their premiums. This type of insurance is typically used by businesses in high-risk industries. If you are interested in creating a captive insurance plan, you should contact a risk management consultant to get started. One of the best ways to reduce your workers' compensation costs is to improve your safety record. This means implementing comprehensive safety protocols and training programs to reduce the likelihood of workplace accidents. You should also conduct regular safety inspections to identify and correct any hazards in your workplace. A risk management consultant can help you identify hazards and develop strategies to mitigate them. They can also help you implement safety protocols and training programs. A risk management consultant can be a valuable asset to your business, especially if you are in a high-risk industry. Don't give up if you are having difficulty obtaining workers' compensation insurance. Contact multiple insurance companies and explore all available options. With a little persistence, you should be able to find a policy that meets your needs and fits your budget. Remember that workers' compensation is designed to provide several benefits. It provides medical benefits to cover the cost of medical treatment for work-related injuries or illnesses. It provides wage replacement benefits to help employees make ends meet while they are unable to work due to a work-related injury or illness. It provides rehabilitation benefits to help employees return to work as soon as possible. It also provides death benefits to the families of employees who die as a result of a work-related injury or illness. By understanding the reasons why workers' compensation is required and the challenges that businesses face in obtaining coverage, you can take steps to protect your employees and your business. Work-related injuries and illnesses can be expensive. Workers' compensation helps cover these costs while protecting the company from direct lawsuits. Workers' compensation insurance helps cover costs associated with workplace injuries and illnesses. It is a no-fault system designed to protect both employees and employers. For employees, it provides access to medical care and wage replacement benefits, regardless of who was at fault for the injury. For employers, it limits liability and shields them from potential lawsuits related to workplace accidents. The reason it is legally mandated is primarily to ensure that employees have access to financial and medical support when they are injured on the job, without having to prove negligence on the part of the employer. The benefits typically include medical expenses, lost wages, and rehabilitation costs. This helps injured workers recover and return to work as soon as they are able. The system is also designed to encourage employers to create safer work environments. By providing workers' compensation insurance, employers are incentivized to invest in safety measures to prevent accidents and injuries. This can lead to a reduction in the number of workplace injuries and illnesses, which benefits both employees and employers. Despite the benefits of workers' compensation, obtaining coverage can be challenging for some businesses, especially those in high-risk industries or with a history of frequent claims. As mentioned earlier, high-risk industries like construction and manufacturing often face high premiums and stricter underwriting requirements. This is because these industries have a greater likelihood of workplace accidents and injuries. Small businesses may also find it difficult to obtain coverage, as they may not have the same resources as larger companies to implement safety programs and manage their risk. Additionally, businesses with a poor safety record or history of frequent claims may be deemed too risky by insurance companies, making it difficult to secure coverage. The reluctance of some insurance companies to cover these businesses is often due to the potential for high claim costs and the associated financial risks. Insurance companies assess the risk of insuring a business based on various factors, including the industry, size, safety record, and claims history. If a business is deemed too risky, insurance companies may either decline to provide coverage or charge very high premiums. If you're facing difficulty securing workers' compensation insurance, explore all available options. Firstly, thoroughly research and compare quotes from multiple insurance companies to find the most competitive rates and coverage terms. Secondly, consider joining industry associations, which often offer group workers' compensation plans with discounted rates for their members. Thirdly, investigate state-sponsored workers' compensation programs, which may provide coverage to businesses that are unable to obtain it through private insurers. Fourthly, work with a qualified insurance broker or agent who specializes in workers' compensation coverage to help you navigate the insurance market and find the best possible options for your business. Review your business operations and safety practices. Firstly, identify and address any potential hazards or risks in the workplace, such as unsafe equipment, inadequate training, or poor housekeeping. Secondly, implement comprehensive safety programs and training sessions for employees to promote a culture of safety and reduce the likelihood of accidents and injuries. Thirdly, maintain accurate records of all accidents and injuries, and use this information to identify trends and areas for improvement in your safety practices. Fourthly, consider engaging a risk management consultant to assess your business operations and provide recommendations for improving safety and reducing the risk of workplace accidents.